Now this technique is really quite simple. To begin with, we're not going to use any chords. We're literally using only the right hand. I'm going to assume you know the names of the open strings, but if you don't, an easy way to remember is Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. So we're going to start with our thumb on the A and the D strings, and we're going to be using these two fingers on the G and the B strings. So, starting with the thumb, go as slowly as you like, hit these notes. Now we're going to alternate the thumb between the A and the D string. Again, go as slow as you like and slowly build up speed. Once you've gotten the hang of that, you're going to move all your fingers and your thumb down one string and perform the same movements. Again, go as slow as you like and slowly build up speed. Now we're going to move between the two. Now we're going to go back to the first movement. However, instead of starting on the A string, we're going to start on the top E string, skipping the A string to go to the D string. Go as slow as you like. Remember, the point of this is so that all the notes ring out clearly. I'd rather hear a very clean sound as opposed to a fast, messy sound. Once you're comfortable performing the first three movements, you're now ready to go on to the chords. The chords we're going to be using are A minor, E minor, C, back to E minor. If you don't know these chords, you can look them up quite easily. However, I'll give you a brief outlay of them now. To perform A minor, you're using your middle finger and your third finger on the second fret of both the D string and the G string. You're then going to use your first finger on the first fret of the B string. We're also going to be alternating between removing the first finger and placing down your pinky finger on the third fret of the B string. To perform E minor, you're going to move these two fingers up one string. So your second finger is on the second fret of the A string, and your third finger is on the second fret of the D string. We're also going to be using our pinky in the same place on the third fret of the B string, and our first finger on the first fret of the B string alternating between the sounds. Go back to A minor. And then we're going to move on to a C chord. And to play this, you place your third finger on the third fret of the A string. You place your middle finger on the second fret of the D string. And you place your first finger on the first fret of the B string. Now, assuming by this point in the video you've practiced the first 3 movements and are able to go at a reasonable pace. That's the speed you want to be at before progressing to the chords. So the first chord we're going to use is A minor. And as you can see, I take my finger off on the third part of it. So then we move on to the E minor chord. And instead of hitting the A and the D strings with our thumb, we're now hitting the top E and the D string with our thumb. The third movement. As you can see, I'm putting my pinky finger on the third fret of the B string and then moving it to the first fret of the B string in the middle of the sequence. Once you've done that, we're then going on to the C chord. Back to the E minor, C, and at the end there I simply added the top E string. So together, it sounds like this. Now you can use this technique on any chord progression and you can make it your own. Now the beauty of this technique, or any fingerpicking pattern for that matter, is that you can apply it to a vast array of musical styles using any chord sequence you like. You can play it as slow or as fast as you like and create a whole different musical flavour using the same pattern. So for example, in the last video we were using it for flamenco style. However, if you wanted something a little brighter, you could use major chords. it's really up to you. Remember, the important thing is that you get a crystal clear sound. I'd rather hear something slower and clear as opposed to fast and messy. So you can practice this while you're looking at TV. You can practice this in between any other thing that you need to do, really. You don't have to pay a lot of attention once you've been doing it for a while. I mean, I can look around the whole room and I can still do this. And that's the point. That's what you want to get at. You want to get to the point where this is programmed into your muscle memory and you're not really having to think about it. Then you apply the chords. And there we are.